Yes. The boys are back. All three of us now. What's this fucking Billy doing? You're listening to Knock 'em Out the Box. This is episode 164.
Ciento
Back,
sesenta y cuatro en SAP.
back this week after a 6-day nap is my co-host with the co-most, the Mr. Majestic, left, right, left kid, Mr. Brendan Long.
I just want to apologize. I want to apologize to you guys. It was my birthday last week. I had a couple of dinner drinks, and with that
Kids
said,
went back to school.
kids. So it was the first day of school. Was my birthday.
Happy belated.
Happy current.
Thank you.
It's a birthday week. For
It's a birthday. It's a
birthday week.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. A salute. And so yeah, I want to shout out our good friend, producer, co-host. I think it's no longer featuring Billy. He's the co-host. He's
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't want that role.
He doesn't want that role. But you know what? You don't pick the roles sometimes. You can pick your nose, or you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your roles. I want to wish you happy birthday, brother.
Thanks, pal.
And shouts to everybody out there. Sorry I missed you guys last week, but I'm back this week for the big one and for the big two, really. Let's get into it. You got newsy news?
We do. Look, here's the deal, guys. When the Canelo Bud fight was announced, I remember us actively thinking, man, that's so far off. And now here we are.
Here we are.
It's going to be, when you guys hear this, a couple days away. So I just wanted to point that out first, how we said, I guess when it comes around, we're going to talk about it. And now, time is the great thief.
Certainly.
Well, I wanted to get your reaction to a news bit in which you weren't here for last week.
Okay.
I just wanted, because it sticks in your craw. I wanted you to talk about
old news might be new news for us.
Well, I want you to talk about the Munguia thing. Because of all the things, of all the news, look, we try to keep everyone updated on what's going on. Some things are just factual statements and we move to the next one. A lot of them we pontificate on. And when that bit of news came up, I was like, B's going to cut a promo here. And then you weren't there. And I was like, I'm not really going to, like, I kind of said it was insane, but
let's get into it.
So guys, if you heard last week's episode, I talked about essentially the news bit was Jaime Munguia is set to go for October or November. He popped hot. No one's saying he didn't. They're not saying, oh, that was a mistake, so he's good to go. They're like, he popped hot. We're saying he's good to go.
They're saying that the levels of testosterone are low enough that it wouldn't affect performance on fight night.
I mean, that's what they're going with.
This is fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
So I listened to Chris Algieri's podcast. So I don't want, if you guys listen to both, I don't want to, I share a feeling. So I just wanted to say, like, and Chris is like a professor. So I don't I don't want to sound like I'm just ripping him off.
Right.
Because these are my thoughts anyway. Guys, steroids, PEDs, HGH, testosterone replacement therapy, whatever you want to call it, or the various different things you can call it, taking banned supplements that are banned for a reason. The help is not on fight night. The help is everything leading up to fight night. You can train harder, you can train faster, you can train
burn
longer.
weight faster.
Right. So this was always the argument in baseball from the steroid apologists. Well, he's still got to put the bat to the ball.
Right. You still got to have the eye.
You don't think his bat speed's going to be a bit quicker?
Same thing with the eyes. They proved
that it makes you more alert and you can focus better.
Yeah, it's like they added in some what's the medicine that they give, like Ritalin,
right?
Or something like that.
Adderall.
Like Adderall.
Yes.
So you're sprinkling an Adderall into having a giant head and huge muscles like Bonds and McGuire.
Right.
There's, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
I already talked about it. So this is your plan.
So what I'm saying is, first of all, I find it strange that Sulaiman is the guy making the announcement. The sanctioning body is making the announcement, and they essentially paid for further testing that went against WADA. They got WADA to do it, WADA, okay, to say what they wanted to do and to fit their narrative and essentially keep that WBC belt in Mexico. So he will not, I mean, if you covered this, I apologize. Um, he will not give Surachi a rematch, and Surachi doesn't get a no contest, and it stands as a win. And this is just in your face corruption. It's in your face blatant, and I'm going to use the term incorrectly, but it's relevant to what's going on politically today. It's like in your face gerrymandering that they're going to move the goalpost to fit the champion that they want and need. And for Munguia to come out and celebrate this with his statement, which was obviously crafted by lawyers at the WBC.
Of course.
The WBC.
It's like when there's some eloquent statement from Mike Tyson. You're like,
yeah.
Mike didn't even see that statement.
No, man, what are you talking about?
Right. Jaime Munguia didn't even see that statement in Spanish, let alone the English.
Right. So fuck Munguia, fuck the trainers, fuck the WBC.
I just want to draw a quick parallel, B. Like, you could easily say the same amount of drugs that he popped hot for were in Garcia that ended totally differently. Why? Because he already got packed up by Tank.
Yeah.
He wasn't, it's like if they're viewing him, whether it be Golden Boy or, you know, whoever is they, or the WBC, viewing him as this whatever, you know, he's the next, is he next up? Is all right, so B, if Canelo retires tomorrow, is Jaime Munguia the most popular Mexican fighter? Mexican from Mexico. I don't mean Mexican American.
Yeah, no, maybe. I'd have to really like.
I know. I would have to too.
You
but
know,
I'm thinking like who.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been knocked out. That's not questioned by a guy who can't punch from Europe.
Yes, right on the button, folded him up, packed him up.
I don't think many people. He's got 2 losses in the last couple of years. Canelo beat him, badly. For me, it's just blatant corruption. It's just blatant.
Agreed.
This is our guy. This is the champ we want.
Agreed.
The
only reason I'm saying that is because Camacho, Chavez Jr. kept a pretty high level of popularity for a pretty long time after people were like, yeah, he's not the goods. And he stayed pretty popular.
I just think that was the name and they were watching the circus act. He was like,
fair. That's fair.
That was more of like a watching the car wreck.
I don't
like
disagree. I'm just drawing parallels and saying that when Puerto Rico, the island, or New Yorkers or Puerto Rico, America,
the tribalism,
the tribalism and
nationalism,
always needing the next guy, they will create it if he doesn't exist.
Yeah, I
was saying, are they forcing? All right, it was Berlanga, then we go. All right, it's clearly Zayas now. When they're trying to win, it should be Collazo, because Collazo's we say always
he's the best one.
He cracked our top 10, then because of just quality of other guys, he's hovering on the outside of our top 10. He's one of the best little guys in the sport, like outside of Bam. Really, he's like Bam and Inoue, and then they're elite top 10 guys, and then you got to say Collazo's like right under them.
Yeah, he's right there.
But because of other reasons and him being minimum weight,
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest reason.
Yeah. Right? Okay, so I knew you'd have stuff to say about that, and everything you said is on point.
It's such a
what happens now? Does he get a big name? Does he get a name? I was about to say big.
No, I think he'll get an average defense, and then they'll start to sort whatever's at super middleweight.
Does he fight a real guy, or do they keep him mid-level guys?
I think you're going to see a couple tune-ups. They're going to see where he's at because there's going to be a lot of scrutiny.
I agree.
You and I both don't think he's that good. I don't think I never heard anybody be like, oh my God, he's the second coming. You know what I mean? So
no, neither have I.
We'll see. They got him ranked. He's ranked in the top 10. I mean,
by a sanctioning body or by the ring?
No, what I'm saying is like over. Let's see, ring. I got ring here. Let's go through ring. I didn't print out what you. I didn't print out what you.
I have it right in front of me.
Okay.
I have it right in front
Did they
of me.
take him off because of the?
So we have obviously Canelo and Billy at number 1. Your guy Diego Pacheco at 2.
I forgot about him.
Osleys Iglesias, who we're going to talk about. Jose Armando Resendez, Caleb Plant, Hamza Shiraz, Bruno Surace, William School, Vladimir Shishkin, and Beck Bully.
So they must have taken him off, right? Because of the PEDs.
I think so.
Because I'm
they're
sorry,
not playing around over there.
Yeah, but School is not. That guy sucks.
Man,
okay, and didn't Caleb Plant just get beat
by Resendez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all right. This is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Garcia will fight Daniel Gonzalez in a super welterweight clash on October 18th in Brooklyn. The former junior welter champion will fight for a 10th and final time at Barclays Center. So is that him announcing this is his final fight? Or is he going to do that and then try to do it one more in Philly and then be done? I didn't know how to take this, but he got to go, man. He got to go. No one cares, bro. I mean,
it's so weird. Like this, like inflated sort of self-worth of like that whole like weird that mask thing he wears, and then
there was an
logo.
Inflated sense of self-worth when he was still on the edge of his prime. I felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at 47, there was still like, oh no, bro, you're still around here? No. It's Bud and Spence, man. Pack you up, out of here. And there was still a sense of it then,
I mean, he's a tough guy. I always thought Swift was like an ironic nickname for him because he's anything but.
You're anything. Yeah, it should be Danny anything but Swift Garcia.
Right.
Yeah. Flat-footed.
It should be Danny Timing Garcia because that's his best.
Yeah, he can time you. Yeah.
And then, in talking to guys who have fought him, one thing that they did say is he is very, like Paulie said, he's very crafty. The stuff he does, very subtle things like punch you.
It's Philly stuff, yeah.
Punch you in your arm, hit you in your armpit, kind of stuff. Real like. And he said he's good. He's smart in there to make up for what he lacks.
Deficiencies, yeah.
Yeah.
Solid pro. But
solid. Yeah. That's a great way to put it, Vin. Because we're trying not to hate.
Well, I have to say that because it's how many years of me sounding like a hater.
Well,
if you didn't say X, Y, Z about him, I would never have to say this. But you're making me because the guy's a solid guy. Let me call him a solid guy.
All right, let's call some a spade here.
You want to talk turkey? Is what you want to say? Mm-hmm.
If that dude, this is my opinion.
This
is my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. If he never tried to sell people his clothing line, if he never tried to rap, okay, if he didn't do
Scarface impression
there, how did you know I was going to say that?
Because
that Danny Montana thing.
Yeah.
If he didn't parade his two twin sisters around, like
you're already like 5 bullet points in, and you haven't even said his father's name, Angel, yet. So that's how much.
I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing lifer. Okay. In terms of fandom, I can deal with the Angel Garcias of the world. What is a turnoff to me is the other stuff. Now, shout out to that kid. Apparently, he takes care of his whole family. Apparently, he's a good businessman in terms of what he does with his money, where he invests it, where he puts it. I know he puts
all of those things. It's not like third hand. It's like I know people who work at his barbershop.
Right.
Danny is great. Nobody dislikes him as a human being.
Nobody dislikes him.
You know what I'm saying? Like as a one-on-one person. I'm not talking about persona. That is what I'm talking about. Persona, not human being.
Listen. Because I don't want to get shit kicked out of me with Danny Garcia, but he's a nice guy. You can be a nice guy and be cringy and corny.
Of course you can.
And that's what my opinion of him is. that like his the skits and everything else, which by the way, I don't follow him on social media.
Neither do I.
They've been sent to me, these things, which is how I see them. And to me, it's a horror movie.
This is very much what's it called? What's the word? An incestuous city is Philadelphia.
Right.
And you know how it can be like that in the boroughs, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Anywhere. They're gonna send you shit of shit that's
And
familiar.
then, but it's like when you were in Brooklyn, this guy knows this one, when you're on the island, this one knows,
Yeah.
in Suffolk County, this one knows, it's like there isn't 3, 4, 5 degrees of separation with me and that kid. It's like
Right.
when he
Yeah.
was in the amateurs, they were like, "Where do you see Paz?" Like, because we went to the same barbershop.
Right. And he's a legit world champ. He
Absolutely.
beat a bunch of real guys.
Absolutely.
He is a solid pro, really good fighter. He'll
Yeah.
probably make it into the Hall of Fame at some point. I'm not. I don't know if he wouldn't get my vote, but I'm just saying the way the Hall of Fame goes.
When you have, I'm doing air quotes for people who aren't watching. When you have or create a persona, and that's what you give me, that's what you're going to get me to react on.
Right.
And therefore, I have that and in-ring accomplishments. And you better be on Floyd's level to be that level of obnoxious for it to not counter out the work in there.
And the thing is, he wasn't obnoxious to like his opponents or anybody else.
Nope.
He, again, a nice guy. I know people who fought him. He still keeps close with all of his opponents.
You remember, you remember early on, B, it might have been the Lost episodes. You were like, bro, everyone loves Sean Porter from the amateurs.
Everybody loves him
because they've known him since he was a kid.
Yep.
Everybody, like, bro, the pro heavyweight Joey DeVaco, right?
Yeah.
Like him and Danny known each other. They're like the same age, known each other. There's pictures of them when they're little tiny kids.
Right. Yeah.
Those dudes don't process all the things that we see. They're like, oh no, we go way back. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, yo, my man, he's not giving the world the good kid that you know from 97 when you were little tiny kids.
Right.
You know, and that's all we have to go on, bro. Like, I reiterate, I don't have a third degree of separation. Like, close friends of mine are in his circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just never overlap because I was like, well, I don't want them to. Like, yo, come through this thing tonight that Danny's having. We're watching the Canelo fight at Danny's blank. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want that. Like, that world and me don't go well together, man.
Right. I got you.
It doesn't mean like I don't like this person. It's like that life.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, I'm not talking about the man's. He's seems like a good family man, and I hope the best for his promotion.
Me too. And you were right about everything you said. He does take care of his fam. He has mad businesses. He was smart with his money. He didn't piss it all away. He's got the barbershop. He's got other businesses. He was good with it. He got really good paydays because of Uncle Al. Not his fault, so we can't shit on him for it.
I actually just saw an interesting interview with him, and they asked him so what happened with like Oscar and Al Heyman, and it was interesting, like his perspective. He said, I didn't know I left Golden Boy.
Yeah. As all that was happening, I was hip to all that as it was happening.
Yeah, he's like, I never wanted to leave Oscar.
Yeah.
He's like, I had an advisor that I also hired.
Yeah.
So I had a promoter, and he said, look, let's be honest, Oscar wasn't really promoting then. So Oscar wasn't looking after his fighters.
Yeah.
And he said, if Oscar had the energy then that he has now in terms of being a promoter, Danny said, I'm not going to say like PBC wouldn't have happened. He goes, but it would have been a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Oscar let us all go, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then he, but anyway, so I thought that was interesting. But it's, man, it's sort of a tough, I've gotten that Instagram post sent to me at least 12.5 times.
The newest one where he's rapping over
no, the one of the announcement of the Barclays Center final fight thing.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
And then I'll send it to you.
No, oh no, it's
And
bad, isn't it?
it's just like,
Oh no. All right.
yeah, let's just move on.
So uh in keeping in line with your head exploding, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather will meet in an
Ugh.
exhibition in 2026. The date and location have yet to be confirmed. Just before we move on to real stuff, is this more egregious, embarrassing, and cringe than Jake Paul antics?
Yeah.
Is Jake Paul Tank? This is worse, right?
To me, it's worse.
Agreed.
This is and this is like now we're getting into like the files of like no one cares anymore. Go away, Mike. This is go away heat. You know,
It certainly is for um fans like us.
I'm gonna say something unpopular. I'm sure our, there are plenty of listeners that'll be pissed off. Go away, Mike Tyson. I don't want to see you anymore. I've had enough.
I'm gonna fucking double down and go
Just
ahead
go
and
away.
agree with you.
You know, it's fun. It's Mike Tyson's the roller coaster of emotion that you have towards a guy that was an icon when we were kids, and then went to jail for possibly like the worst thing you can go to jail for,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then was seemingly pretty unapologetic and not really a good person when he got out.
correct.
You know, um, the treatment of other fighters before, during, and after fights. Um,
And let's be frank, we're really the only active show that I'm aware of. Look, I don't know, but we've gone through and been like, yeah, just so you know,
he's a
Mike
bad guy.
Tyson is a bad guy. And if you want to hang your hat on his accomplishments, he never beat a great prime fighter.
The most overrated fighter,
Athlete. I think
athlete,
athlete
athlete
of
of all
our
time. I
generation,
don't
no
think you can.
question. It could be all time.
I don't think you can argue that. What other again? And boxing is a well, Hulk Hogan and him, right? Hulk Hogan's probably the most overrated showman and wrestler of all time, right? He wasn't a good
Yeah,
wrestler,
because right, and then you look at the data and go, but he would still made this much money, like Mike.
right?
Got packed up by
Right,
Buster Douglas.
right.
His
And I don't
best,
want to hear. I don't want to hear the trainer passed away. This, that. Buster Douglas' mom died.
and he fought then, like as he was mourning her,
Right.
actively mourning her training. Like I'm gonna do this for
Yeah,
her.
Cuss died like years before.
Way, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
It's 5 years before that happened.
right.
The first loss, 5 years. Look, I think if you go back and put asterisks, so if you go, okay, Mike Spinks and Larry are the best things. Okay, Larry was 2 years retired and
Yeah.
flabby, and Spinks was a blown up light heavy. So you
Who
scratch
was
them
also
off.
old.
Yes, you're correct. I think you got to say the best person Mike Tyson beat was Donovan Ruddock. So that
And he almost lost the
you're
first one against
correct.
Razor
Your
Ruddock.
your hero and people that put the goat emoji when talking about Mike, his best win is Razor Ruddock. So pack you up, Mike. I don't want you to be unhappy or something bad. Just take your money and get away.
Just go away. And Floyd too. Like Floyd's been fighting kickboxers in
He's
Japan or
way
Dubai.
more obviously Floyd is way more obviously in dire need of attention, pushing 50. That Mike's stuff is different. I want them both to go away, but the reasoning and logic, like Mike's still not even close to having it all upstairs.
Right.
Like to me, Mike is as crazy as the post Galata,
To me,
post
the
Lou Savarese.
yeah.
He's that nuts. He's that wacky now at 60 than he was then. There hasn't been the only thing is the weed and other possible medications. I don't want to be liable. He definitely smokes weed now. Have made him.
Isn't the show based on him smoking pot?
No, I meant other medication. I
Oh
said other
yeah.
medications.
Oh,
I don't.
sorry.
I'm saying like if he's on stuff
Gotcha.
to keep
Sorry.
him, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
not to be seem as crazy. This isn't a guy who you watch talk and say that guy's in his right mind.
Yeah. Look, man. I don't want to see it. I don't care. I haven't watched one of Floyd's. Bro, I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch Floyd Berto. I saw highlights. I didn't
Yeah.
tune in to watch that fight
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that was what 2014, 2015, something like that.
Maybe not.
No, it had to be 2015 or 2016. It was
Did he
after
fight
Pacquiao.
Berto after the Conor
It was like
McGregor
his
thing?
no, no.
The McGregor thing was
Was his
2017.
2017.
Late
It was
2017.
right around. It was August of 2017.
Because I was starting a tour and I was starting out west. And the promoter was like, yo, I'll make sure you have the fight backstage. And I was like, my guy, like if it's on,
Yeah, I'll tune
I'll
in.
look at it, but please don't go out of your way.
Yeah, Andre Berto was 2015. That was like his last
So
real
10 years ago to the,
almost to the day. We're recording this on 9/8. That was 9/12/2015. I did not watch that fight.
okay, yeah. I watched it, but my brother was like, yo, come over, we'll grab some pizzas. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
like
I'm just
we're
saying, like,
hyped to see this.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't know how you. This is where I go.
If
Someone explain this to me. Explain this to me.
if we go down to like Broad Street, if we go into Times Square with like a microphone and a camera,
Yeah.
and we walk up to people and we go, Floyd Mayweather is fighting Mike Tyson. Are you excited? If we do like that man on the street shit?
I think we should each get 5 people that we run into over the course of a week before this happens. It's 2026, so we have months, maybe even 10 people each. Like when you're out and about in New York and I'm out and about in Philly, get 10 people on our phones on the voice note, and we say exactly what you just said.
Just record him.
Mike Tyson is fighting Floyd at an exhibition. Are you excited? That's it. We both say the same things to all people.
50-year-old Floyd Mayweather is fighting 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
A natural super lightweight against a natural heavy.
You guys give a
50
fuck.
and 60. Do you get right? B, if someone you know in life that isn't a boxing head but knows that you are, meaning they're close enough to know that you're, you know what I mean, that you're wearing a Kronk gym hat right now, they know, says, what's up with this thing? What could you possibly say to them?
It is a ridiculous sport, and Floyd is a carny, and Tyson's a carny. And
does
that's what
anyone tune into this?
This is a sideshow. I don't think. Look, I think people are so. Look, the excuses that are going around, and recently, Gary Goodrich posted that like a fake news thing that Mike Tyson claimed that the fight was fake, and then like everyone with Jake Paul, and then it was like, there's if it let's hypothetically say it was, the NDA is like so binding that he would never slip up and say anything. Like, whoever handles his Twitter would delete it in 2 seconds.
Of course.
But that, he admitted that it was fake, and it turned out to be complete fake news and a hoax and like AI or all the other 8 million ways you can fake stuff. I think that people have now reconciled their childhoods and reconciled their superheroes, and they've had it. Is Mike Tyson's new car smell of rehabilitation gone? The rehabbed Mike.
Is that rhetorical?
No, that's what.
No,
it's not.
No, it has.
People still romanticize this guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Pretty fucking crazy to me.
Joseph Parker will face Fabio Wardley in a heavyweight clash on October 25th at the O2 Arena, London. I'm happy Parker's got a fight. I'm happy that it's soon and that he's staying busy. Fabio Wardley was, to me, losing every minute of every round to Justice Hooney until he clipped him.
He's not that good, Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, so I think Parker should. He's undefeated. We'll see. I'm
feel bad for him.
I'm bringing me too. I'm bringing a lot of this stuff up because B sent me a text that was like, "My guy, have you seen what it looks the ledger looks like after this weekend? It's rough." And I'm like, "Nah, they're trying to fill it out. I'm not saying with anything good, but they're trying to fill it out." And these fights, like the Danny thing now. What you do, especially Danny's got like Swift Promotions or whatever it's called, right?
Yeah, dude, this is 100% we're gonna do something now because there ain't shit to compete with.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is, B, if you're smart, you stack the cards. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at the Danny thing or the Parker Wardley thing if they stack them with guys that we are, you can't stack fights with championship fights that are gonna be $3 million purses, but you can put really good guys in there
Yeah, you can put some decent guys
and
in.
stack a card. Frank Warren has confirmed that the WBA and WBO #1 Moses Italma's ring return is being targeted for December 13th in Manchester. Him being one at the WBA and WBO is wild. Wild, man. You want to talk about pump the brakes. I'm actually going to discuss him via someone else later in the show.
Okay.
Fresh Productions. I've never heard of them.
Fresh.
With an offer of 1.9 million, has won the purse bids for the Subriel Matias Dalton Smith WBC super lightweight title mandatory contest and will stage the fight in Puerto Rico. Matchroom bid 1.7 million. So I don't know.
One point, is this like are we into like a Triller thing where they outbid and then they never pay it?
If you're talking about Fresh Productions that neither of us are familiar with, if you want to look while I'm doing the news and put like Fresh Productions boxing and see if something comes up. Eddie Hearn has said that an offer has now been made for Anthony Joshua to fight in Ghana. Doing stuff like that, I could speak on it as an artist, is super dope, and getting to see the world is super dope. But I don't care, nor will Brendan, unless it's like a live guy. Because Anthony is still in his physical prime. If someone was to say, I think he's shot, I think he's done, I'm not going to do the back and forth because that's your right because he's been chinned. But he's still, like, he's not an old guy is what I'm getting at. And he's done so much. And as a two-time champion and who's fought everyone, unless he's just going to do Bum of the Month Club.
Right.
Then do you agree with me, B, that once you attain a certain level, you never want to see the guy in there with a stiff again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like,
yes.
It's some of the Canelo stuff we spoke about. Like, nah, you can't go backwards, bro.
Right.
Like, you are now the face, you know what I mean? Like, he was the face of British boxing, the face of boxing at one point, as an undefeated champion until Andy chinned him.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, Fresh Promotions is a Puerto Rican based boxing promoter.
Oh, that's dope then. They wanted to bring it to the island. They came up with the money to do it. That's cool.
Fresh, man.
Hey, fresh.
It's fresh, papi.
Look,
yo, papi, this is fresh.
Let me tell you something about this fight.
Hey, Capico.
Brother. Eddie says, I think it would be incredible for AJ to fight in Africa.
To fight in Africa.
When you're doing site deals, a lot of it depends on when the site wants to show. If Ghana comes back and says we'd like to go January or February, that's the offer. So they're thinking about it. But me and you don't care about those things. Of course, Eddie does. Of course, AJ does. We don't care about site fees and when you want that. Who's he fighting?
Right. When's it happening?
Right. Against who? Mick Francis has said they're looking to stage Jay Apatai's IBF mandatory title defense against Hussein Sankara on Sunday, November 2nd on the Gold Coast. Justice Hooney's return is targeted for the undercard. I think that kid's going to make some noise. I don't mean be a unified guy. I just think he's good. And he was tagging. I just feel sour. Yeah. I look, he got chinned by a perfect shot. You got to give Wardley respect for catching him with it and setting up the shot. But I think Hooney might be good. Bash Promotions have outbid Don King Promotions to win the purse bids for the Badu Jack versus Noel Michaelian WBC Cruiserweight title rematch. When I tell you these purse bids be, look, guys, when we say this isn't a lot of money and da-da-da, and it seems like we're talking like we're big shots, don't ever think that that's how we're talking. But this purse bid is for $301,000.
301 simoleons.
And $18. I don't know. I mean, if you're doing 70-30 on that, and I'm Noel Michaelian, I'm like, Oh my God, I'm getting like what 70 grand. Like what could you possibly be walking with if you
Yeah, I mean,
I'm getting 70, they're taking half. Now I got 35 and I gotta pay these people. I can't even take off the 8 weeks to do this camp. Ray Morataya will pursue a voluntary defense for his first act as IBF lightweight titleist. The decision was made after talks broke off with Andy Cruz. I don't know about all of this. It also puts Morataya on a very tight timeline because if he wants to retain the title, he has to fight Cruz by no later than February 10th of next year. His optional title defense must take place no later than 60 days before that deadline, which means he needs to secure this opponent, and get in the ring by December and then be back in there because Andy Cruz is a mandatory. They're saying Morataya is in talks to face Floyd Schofield. So that has to be in December, and it'll be on the zone. If he goes Schofield, Andy Cruz, I'm not mad at that. If he goes some guy that we don't know,
right.
then I don't know what he's doing because they know that how good Andy Cruz is.
Agreed.
I don't want Andy Cruz at the end of my tunnel. If I'm Ray Morataya.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get a little bag, in between. We're going to talk about why this fight could happen next. This is our last bit of news. Then we're going to talk. Look, we know it's Canelo Bud week and the monster Inoue, MJ and his little hat week. We're not ignoring you.
Little hat.
Eddie Hearn on a Sugar Nuñez, Emmanuel Navarrete unification. I do think Top Rank are up for that fight. They need to give Navarrete activity in fights, and they don't have the deal to get him out. So we'll partner up. That fight in Phoenix or in San Diego does massive business. I agree with everything Eddie said.
Yeah.
I want that fight to happen, but we're going to talk about how we got there after that. All right, guys, we're going to talk about what went on this week. Thursday's episode, we're going to do fight breakdowns of everything. And I'm dropping papers everywhere, B.
Oofa, this guy's fucking
Ming. My apologies. I'm trying to get to the were you able to watch so I gotta cut a promo. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a promo. Because you're a jerk, you wrote something to me when I told you about this punching Grace. Thursday, guys, we lost this fight because of Aram not having anything secured. So, all right, they knew when they were leaving Top Rank knew when they were leaving ESPN and didn't have something secured for the transition to be smooth. So then me and B are texting each other. Well, wait a second. Not only were we going, what happens to Abdullah Mason? What happens to blank, to all these really good fighters on the come up? What happens to guys that are already on the cusp? Or, yeah, right. Or so I'm going, B, we're going to lose and I don't think B thought about it. I go, yo, those good cards, those good solid cards, say like Eye of the Tiger cards from Montreal, we're going to lose them too. And you're like, oh yeah, shit. So I go, yo, this Osleys Iglesias fight is in Montreal. I bet we're not going to be able to watch this. So I'm doing the previews and I'm going, it's on something called punchandgrace.com. So am I going to have to go on there, sign up for blah, 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 blah. So I'm telling B, yo, I'm in the studio, B. I'm going to sign in to this thing tonight. So while I'm at the crib, B, I sign up. But it just looks like the process that you would to sign up for a mailing list. Like create a login for this. So I put like my real name and my email and da-da-da, right? And like I'm in there. So I go like, oh, okay, this is going to function as like a Pro Box or even a YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
I get to the lab that night and hit you. And I go, these fuckers are asking me for 159 clams for a year, 3 months for $59, and there's nothing on there. So I'm going, yo, I love Osleys Iglesias. And Vladimir Shishkin is a real guy.
Absolutely.
And this is for an IBO, not that it's one of the 4 sanctioning bodies, but it's for an IBO super middle title. I want to watch this. Yo, Punch and Grace, pack you up. You're corny. You got
Terrible.
brass balls.
D-
Look, I had to watch this on Twitter.
I watched it on Twitter too.
So I gotta hook my laptop up to the with the HDMI wires and
Yeah.
to the TV at the studio to get it on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really
Yeah.
trying to watch a fight like on my phone. If I don't have to. If I
Right.
have to watch something from fucking Uzbekistan on my phone for the show, I'll do it. But if I have the option of doing this, that's what I'll do. Look, 8th round stoppage for Osleys Iglesias over a tough Vladimir Shishkin. I called the round. I said 7th or 8th. I called the under and the actual round. I said in 7 or 8, I think he packs him up. He was hurting him with everything. Osleys Iglesias is very heavy-handed. Brendan knows what I mean when I say that. It's not all punches are heavy-handed, guys. Some people just touch you, and it's like a Beterbiev or a Golovkin. You can see the jabs hurt. You can see that. You can see that when they hook and hit you in the arm, that the guy
Julian Jackson.
This thudding, it almost makes you sick. The times I saw Golovkin live, I felt sick from the shots. How the thud. My critique, Brendan. Tell me if you saw this and if you're thinking of it, because the guy's now 14-0 with 13 KOs, and he's in line for anybody at 68. If we're being real, he's a real guy. Cuban
Another
guy.
punching Cuban.
Yes, we say, guys, pack up the stereotypes. They're dead.
Yeah, there's no styles anymore.
There's no styles anymore, guys. Look, B, this is my critique. Tell me if you saw it or if it's me looking for one. When he gets his guy hurt, and he's hurt everybody that he's been in there with, he gets a bit reckless.
So did David Morrell.
Someone else, yes, another Cuban, and someone who is in our top 10 pound for pound, we're going to talk about next episode, has the tendency to do it. We'll talk about that next show. Here's my issue. I'd like to see if they can work on that, Brendan, but it's not a technical issue. It's an emotional one. And that's why we have to talk to people like that we always reference on this show, the people that work in the sport. In Algeria, Tommy Raynon.
No, it's a really good observation you have.
When you have a guy that has an issue and it isn't technical, it's emotional. What do you do? If anyone, if you're just a fan, like
how do you correct?
I don't care what don't write in it if you're some guy, unless you're a coach or fighter. I don't care. You know what I mean? But I'd like to know.
We got two guys on this show.
How do you?
We don't need another guy's opinion.
Yeah. How do you cope with someone who can't seem to curb their excitement of, I just landed a clean 1-2 that I did throw sharply, and now that I saw their eyes glaze over, I look like Deontay Wilder. How
do you turn Iglesias into great finishers like Ray Leonard or Kelly Pavlik?
Finishers.
Kelly Pavlik, when he smelled blood, he
was a killer. He was a killer.
Ray Leonard,
killer.
One of the best, if not the best, finisher of all time.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, watch out for Osleys Iglesias, please. 168. B and I don't know what's going on with Top Rank. We don't know what if these cards that I kept championing from in general Canada, but more specifically Casino de Montreal and Tiger.
You're not going to see the Wolf.
My guy, the Wolf, Biarslanov. He's got to have a fight coming up soon. And how am I going to watch it? So pack up this punchinggrace.com. Pack them up.
It sucks.
59 clams for 3 months, $159 for the year. Brendan said something smart, like a real jerk, when he answered back to me, and I didn't have time to go back and forth with him because I was at the studio.
What did I say?
I forget. It was real fucking snarky. You're a jerk. Friday night on Triller. Pack up Triller, too. Get out of here, because I'm not watching this or paying for this. 3 Arena in Dublin, Ireland. I told Billy Betts, look, this Mick Conlon is cooked. I don't know nothing about this Jack Bateson. He can't punch is all I know. And that
guy is ranked in the 300s, by the way.
Yeah. So I said, look, with this line, Billy, if you're feeling hotsy-totsy, take this Jack Bates. And what's likely going to happen is Mick Conlon wins a UD. Mick Conlon packed this guy up in the 4th round.
Broke his leg.
I see this as a bad thing, B, because I think that Mick Conlon shot. This doesn't change that. And it's going to lead to a bigger fight against a better opponent. And
Stiff wind is going to hurt him. He's got no punch resistance, Conlon.
But like I said, I think the objective is not, I don't think they think we have a shot guy. Let's just protect him, keep him in Dublin. We'll make money on him being a local guy.
Yeah.
I think they have one more in their mind, one more run. And if they do, he's going to get hurt.
He was supposed to retire, remember?
Yeah,
and then him and his brother were going to just run the promotional company.
Yeah, it was
which
done.
They're good at.
We announced, I said, yo, we packed him up on KEOTB. And then he went ahead and listened to KEOTB and packed himself up.
Yeah.
And this is not going to end well, guys.
I don't think so.
Unless they want to keep him at 3 Arena in Dublin and do a Peter Manfredo thing. And he's just in with guys that are ranked
keep him
400.
home. He'll fight guys at the pub.
There you go.
Afterwards, have a Jameson and a Guinness. Okay?
Have at it. Friday night, guys, Pro Box, Care First Arena, Washington, D.C. Jimmy Smith, Paul Malignaggi, Chris Algieri on the call. One of the best teams in the sport. So talking about teams, I think they're the best team, definitely, in the sport. You know, like as a team. You could individually pick and move, and you know what I mean? Jonathan Cardoso, 18-1 versus Luis Torres, 21-1. Fairly uneventful, close fight, but Cardoso maybe pulling away. Then Torres landed a massive straight left down the middle and dropped him. He beat the count, but his legs were gone. He had no idea where he was. The ref should have stopped it. He let it go. Luis Torres teed off on him, and then the ref stopped it. So, okay. Sulaiman Segawa, 17-5, 1 draw, 6 KOs versus Brian Acosta, 20-1, 8 KOs, featherweights. This turned into a war early, and Acosta was rocked in the second. They were slinging. Did you see this, B?
Yeah.
They stood in the pocket, sat down on their punches.
They beat the shit out of each other.
Threw defense out the window and beat the shit out of each other. 0 jabs from Acosta. Don't ask me why. Segawa, incredible shape, as Ugandan fighters always are. Fighters from Africa in general, B. We always talk about countries that tend to have runners. You know, and then you think about guys like, not that they're from Uganda, but Ike Corte, Azuma Nelson, just African fight, always go 15 rounds, 20 rounds. Segawa, you know, was giving Shushu problems, you know. So
I think I had him winning that fight.
Acosta down in the 7th, badly hurt, was throwing back at the bell. They're like exchanging, and the ref waves it off, but I'm thinking he's waving it, saying, stop it.
Yeah, the round is over.
So I don't know what's going on.
He must not have liked what he didn't like what he saw.
So I don't really, that's, so you just think he didn't like what he saw, so he's calling it. I think it's poor refereeing in this fight and poor refereeing in the Jonathan Cardoso fight.
Yeah. Again, I think you benefited the doubt the kid, but I don't think it would have. I think maybe in his head it ends worse. I don't think Acosta had much for Segawa at that point.
There was some poor refereeing early.
Turned his back and was walking away. Acosta, you know what I mean? It's weird.
You're not wrong, but the whole thing was weird. So
it was weird.
I'll leave that as my opinion. I won't say it's wrong, all right, and be saying it's wrong, all right. I'm gonna leave it at being like, it was weird to me. I wanted to say, I don't know that if people care about this. I do, so I'm bringing it up. It's my show, so I can. Sulaiman Segawa might be the nicest guy in all of boxing, and I could just listen to him talk, and Algieri and Paulie are telling him good things in there, and he's just looking them in the eye and saying, "Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you saying that." And it just there's something about that you know, there's guys you're fans of, and then a guy can turn you into like, yo, I'm now an active Sulaiman Segawa.
That's fan. Cool, because my good friend Jesse trains with him at the same gym.
Dope.
They out of DC, I think Silver Spring they train out of. That's where the gym is. And And Jesse is always making sure I'm watching Sulaiman Segawa fight. There was another guy I don't know if he was on that card, but another guy from their gym fought past weekend too.
Okay.
I don't think he won. And again, excuse me if he did. Yeah, Sulaiman Segawa he's one of these guys that'll be like a top 10 to 20 guys. He'll fight big fights. He's already got a fight scheduled on Halloween.
Yep.
I just looked today when I was putting the show together. So good, get some money, and I believe he is a trainer at that gym and so look him up, guys, if you're in the DMV as they call it.
Yep.
Um,
Yo, he's good. He's a really crafty,
good.
solid pro. There's a lot of people at featherweight. Hey, check this out. Brendan is correct. I saw that he had a fight. He had the fight before he fought this fight. So
right.
Here's what if that's
get your money.
Get your money. If that's a soft touch or a nice little fight, good. I think if you give Shushu headaches and problems and then beat and stop a one-loss Brian Acosta on a pro box card, that you earned a shot at another fight. Like,
bro, how many of these pro box cards have now springboard guys into bigger fights and a better career?
Absolutely. Angelo Leo leading the way in that category.
Yep.
But guys, I know if you go, he's 18-5.
Lamont Roach.
Yep. Who said on Pro Box Air he's going to 140. So he goes up to
Roach?
35 to fight Tank and is going to 40 to fight someone, a big name.
Is he fighting Teo?
Paulie and he's talking to Paulie and Chris. And whoever he's fighting is at 40. And I'm going, what can you put Lamont? How can we do this? Are you even still on Twitter?
Oh, Isak Cruz. He's fighting Isak Cruz.
He's fighting Pitbull Cruz. Has Pitbull fought as heavy as 47 or no? He's never gone past
Not that I know of.
He fought Tank at 35, correct? That wasn't at 40 or it was?
No, it was at 30.
So I don't know why I don't know why Lamont Roach is doing that, guys. But I don't know what they're putting in front of him. I mean, is there money in Isak Cruz is a money fight? Jordan Short Dog White, 19-1, 12 KOs versus Rene Tellez Giron, 21-5, 13 KOs, lightweights. Great jab from Jordan White right out of the gate, pushing Tellez Giron out of range. Fights well off the back foot, counters well. He could fight going downhill as well. Lots of tools this kid has, but I noticed Tellez Giron starts digging big shots to the body, and White did not like those shots. I thought very early on he's not responding well to them, and all the stuff I just complimented on, he's putting money in the bank for later. Is this kid going to be able to keep all those tools I think he has in use when he's not liking these shots to the body? His nose was busted in the third. He's breathing through his mouth. I knew at this point, now it's, early on, I'm going, this kid's good. About a third, I'm going, this is going to be will versus skill. That's what this fight is going to be. Short Dog White is more talented. This is what I'm thinking. That's not up for debate. But Tellez Giron, this guy came for war, and he came to win. Pressure. The less White popped that jab, the more he was fighting Giron inside, Brendan. Big looping right hand late in the 6th round dropped White. I think he looped it on purpose. I think he saw something. If I keep it tight and right on there, he's going to pick it off. If I loop it around the gloves, I'm going to land it. Look, man, this is the kind of stuff when I watch fight, you would go like, oh, people have asked me, is your kid into boxing? My son's a soccer fanatic and he loves playing it, but I texted you that
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. I hit you with the text. I said, it's like, what's more ill? Like when you win the middleweight world championship as a person, or your son tells you they want to box. Remember when I said he wanted to box, and I was like,
yes.
Yo, I got the illest. I just had the illest talk with him. Like,
word.
So like, okay. So some people have asked me like, yo, what fights have you watched with him? because they want to know what they should watch with their kid. And
Right.
people have written into this show, yo, what should I watch? For me and your opinion, you know, and there's like, yeah, watch Hagler Hearns, da da da. And I started showing him these fights that were different, that were like this, where they're life lessons.
Right, right.
These are life lesson fights, in my opinion. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't bite down on that mouthpiece and weather the storm, it's useless.
Sure.
And that is a life lesson. How many kids have we talked about, Brandon? Yo, Vin, I knew the illest rapper. If you would have had him when I was hanging out with him on your he was the illest. What happened to him? Oh, he's dead. Or oh,
he died.
He's doing football numbers. Oh, he's still on the same block from when I hung with him.
Yeah.
Then. None of that matters if you can't do it. Think of Broner. In his 5 losses, who was actually more naturally gifted than him? In my opinion, only Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao was old then, too.
And not Mikey Garcia?
Naturally, no. No. Yeah. I believe a well-trained,
right. Okay. Fair enough.
Disciplined Adrian Broner, that's a real fight, him and Mikey Garcia.
Okay.
Just my opinion. Naturally. White looked like he was about to quit on his stool in between the 6th and 7th. And
I thought he was gonna.
So Rene Tejas Gueron took Jordan White's soul. He was ready to quit again on his stool after the 7th as well. He wanted out of this fight, Brendan. Even when White put a nice combination together, Gueron would eat the shots, laugh, and wave him on or wave him in. Beating him up physically, beating him up mentally, real goon shit. I have no idea how White made it to hear the final bell, but he did. I had it 98-91 for Rene Tejas Gueron in an inspiring performance. Judges had it 95-93, 97-92, and 95-94. 2 of those cards are bad. They tried to rob this kid. They couldn't, but they tried to rob him.
Right. Right.
Guys, we're seeing this thing happen now in this sport, guys, that used to happen more when Brendan and I were young, where these guys are 17-5, 21-6, and you look closer and you go, well, that was a split decision. Right. That was a majority decision. That was a bad card. This
close fights.
Fucking good. Sulaiman Segawa is 18-5-1. That's not a sexy record.
No, he's good.
That guy's a nightmare if you put him in there. Well, if I'm at featherweight B, I'm not fighting him.
Yeah, they 100% tried to give the hometown guy that decision.
Yeah, as B said, he's from the DMV. He got the shit beaten out of him. I had it wide as I gave my card, 98-91. It wasn't close. 2 of those cards are close. Saturday, The Zone, Sunderland Live, Houghton Le Spring, UK. Leo Atang, 18 years old, 1-0, 1 KOs, versus Chris Uwaka, 1-5-1, 1 KO. Eddie believes that Leo Atang is the next great heavyweight. The way Warren thinks Italma is. Uwaka down in the first from a big right hand, down again later in the round from an accumulation of punches. Ref waves it off. Atang has a vicious left hook, and it's crisp and it's short. I think he's more talented than Moses Italma. Great kid, great personality, good-looking kid, always smiling. This kid is a promoter's dream. I think he's going to be a star. Leo Atang, only 2 fights, 18. We talk about how much of a baby Moses Italma is, and he is, guys. He just turned 20. This kid's 18. If they're both half as good as people think, B, right? Half as good. They're in good shape because they could fight each other if they're half as good in 6 years, you know?
Yep.
Pat McCormick, Brendo, silver medalist, 2020 Olympics, 7-0, 5 KOs versus Miguel Parra, 25-5-1, 17 KOs. A WBA welterweight title eliminator. They made it an eliminator towards the end as it got closer. I told Billy Betts, B, I said, hey, they're sending these Mexican dudes over there, and they're beating all these guys, and they're all the same kind of record, 5, 6, 7
Yeah, yeah.
losses, tough guys, but they fought good guys. This could be an upset. Are they moving McCormick too quick? B, you and I talked about this thing. You said I think your exact quote was, "You guys, you can't Lomachenko everyone. Stop."
Stop.
Here's the problem with some of them, not all of them. The ones they're doing it that are younger, it's staggering.
Yeah, Pat McCormick's 30.
30. Great jab from Pat McCormick, changes speed and levels on it. Thought I was trying to make it a rough fight, take him into deep waters. I think Pat McCormick handled that well. He can lead the dance. He can slip shots and counter you. He throws a crisp 1-2. He moves well, but he's 30 years old, B.
30.
We have to look at all this. Then, after we look at everything,
He's 30 years old.
After we do that, we got to look at the landscape at 140 and determine if we think he can hang with the guys there. Miguel Parra's corner stopped it after the 9th. I had McCormick winning every round at the time of the stoppage. Sonny Edwards, did you hear this? Because you don't. A lot of times you prefer not to listen unless it's someone you like, and I know you like Sonny, so I don't know if you were listening. Sonny Edwards said, and this is, I quote, I wrote it down to make sure I didn't have to paraphrase. This is Sonny Edwards. I'd bet the house on Pat beating Rolly Romero now. I don't think it would even be remotely competitive. Is that the trinket that they gave to Rolly?
I'm looking now, but this is at welterweight, Vin.
This is 47?
Yeah, they both came in at 46 3/4.
So is Rolly going to fight at 47 next?
I think so.
Okay. Then that makes sense.
Yeah,
Was the Ryan Rolly fight 47 or 40?
I gotta look it up. Keep talking.
Okay, no, then if it was, it all makes sense. Everything I said, guys, just ignore, but bump it up to 47 instead of 40. But it all still lines up. I think Ryan and Rolly I keep forgetting that all these dudes keep going up and up and up and up. When some of them started
it was
at 30.
At 47.
Yeah, so then it does line up. I was wrong, but they all do line up. Meaning, at 47, B and I said, I guess it's wide open unless Norman. So if Norman packs up Haney, then that's the guy.
Sure.
Then there's a guy there. If not, it's wide open. Or if that fight's close or whatever, but 47, right now, it's open. See, things close quickly, guys. We were like, yo, 154 is barren. And then one episode, we were just like, wait, holy shit.
It's stacked.
It's stacked. It's the most stacked.
But it's stacked, and now they're not fighting each other.
Right. True. Which we have an issue with. Saturday night, the Zone. Los Moches, Mexico, Corey Erdman and Gabe Rosado on the call. Another great job from both of these gentlemen. Corey Erdman's killing it. I love Gabe Rosado. He's now it basically goes Paul Malignaggi, Chris Algieri as far as ex-fighters turned, analysts. And then it goes to me, Gabe Rosado and Sonny Edwards, as far as like who I want to hear.
Not bad, top 4.
Handsome Hector Beltran, 20 years old, trained by Robert Garcia. They're pumping guys out of there. No Diddy. 3-0, 3 KOs versus Moises Martinez. 2-0, 1 KOs. This guy's fighting Handsome Hector's fighting at 154. Beltran rips a right hook to the body, then a right uppercut right up the middle. That old Customato combination. Beautiful. I could watch that combo, B. The hook to the body, then the same shot uppercut. I could watch it all day because when you throw it short, it's pretty. He barely beat the count. Beltran jumps on him as you should. Packed him up with a 1-2 right up the middle. Hector Beltran can fight. Goes to 4-0, 4 KOs. I'm not ready to stamp anyone this early on unless they have a deep amateur. You know what I mean? We know they're the goods. This kid looks like he's something, B. I'm not stamping no one this early unless they, want a gold or something. And we know this kid at 20 years old, though, I want to see. Let's get him one more in, B, before the end of the year. That'll be 5 fights in a calendar year. Were you able to watch this, B?
Oh, not that fight.
Okay, because all right. Yoeli Mosqueda, 7-time national amateur champion, 13-0, 10 KOs versus Herman Valenzuela, 17-7, 12 KOs. Flyweight, look, Valenzuela fights everyone. I know we talk about these records. It could be deceptive, guys. He fought really good guys. He was a good amateur too. Mosquera is very good. He moves well. He's got really good feet, good stiff jab, heavy-handed, but he sets the shots up. His idol growing up was Finito Lopez, and you can see that influence in his style. Look, Finito's one of great, so I'm not going to say he's as good as him, but I see that he studies him. Look, he started teeing off on Valenzuela in the third. More the same in the fourth. This Valenzuela has an iron chin. He gives good fighters rounds. He's never been stopped. In the fifth round, Mosquera landed a right hook that knocked Valenzuela's mouthpiece over Eddie Hearn's head into the round behind Eddie. So you know where those guys sit. So it was into the actual where you sit. A fan, it landed on a fan. That's how hard he hit him and how this in the sixth, he lands a left hook that knocks the mouthpiece out of his head again. And the corner just goes, okay. So this guy's never been stopped, never really been hurt. And look, this is a statement win for Yoeli Mosquera. He's ready for top guys at flyweight. I can't really call him a prospect anymore. So what if you're not a Pazzi prospect? This guy's a contender to me, Yoeli Mosquera, with 14-0, 11 KOs, and those guys at flyweight, they all fight each other, B. So they have to.
Sure.
Two-time former champion Pedro Guevara, 43-5, 22 KOs versus last-minute replacement Alexis Chapito Molina, 13-1, 5 KOs. This is a bantamweight. Nice little competitive scrap. I thought Alexis Molina nicked it. Judges had it 97-93 Molina, 96-94 Pedro Guevara, 95-95 a draw. This is bad. Main event, guys. Sugar Nuñez, 28-1, 27 KOs versus Christopher Diaz, 30-5, 19 KOs, and a good fighter. IBF junior lightweight title. Nuñez came out less aggressive than I anticipated. I'm not sure if it was by design or if it was Christopher Diaz, the nice work he was doing. But Nuñez looked like he was looking for that one big right hand. He got inside in the fourth and started throwing heavy shots. He was pawing with the jab. If he would have snapped it out there, it would have served him well, but he was just using it as a rangefinder for the big right. Back and forth action, momentum swings, trading brutal body shots. Good, tough fight. During a good exchange in the seventh, a right hand landed on the shoulder. Diaz goes down. It looked like a slip to me. The ref ruled it a knockdown. Diaz was fine on the replay. Something landed and he went down.
And he went down. You got to call it.
It is what it is. Nuñez cracked him with an overhand right and dropped Diaz again. Huge round for Nuñez, that seventh. Diaz came out in the eighth like a bat out of hell. Arguably won the round on my card. Great stuff. One of the best fights of 2025 in my opinion.
It's a good one.
Fight of the year candidate. The 12th round could be the round of the year. My card was 115, 111, Eduardo Sugar Nuñez. Judges had it 117, 109 twice, and 116, 110 for Nuñez. Look, Emmanuel Navarrete, Sugar Nuñez in a unification fight is guaranteed fireworks. I thought those scores were a little bit wide. Gabe Rosado mentioned that he thought they were a little bit wide. The right guy won, so there's nothing really to freak out
you still
about.
Gotta
you got to get those cards right, guys. Christopher Diaz did some good work. Mexico, Puerto Rico are always like this. Guys, this is a fight of the year candidate. If you don't have any of these apps, you don't need to. Go to Pro Box on YouTube. It's on there for free. Sugar Nuñez, Christopher Diaz. It's gonna be. Look, we only got a few months left, guys, in the year. This is up there for me, Brendo. I don't know where you're at with it. It's gonna be in the
top 5. But let's wrap this up.
Yeah, tell people where they can find you. And guys, next episode we're covering. You know what we're covering. It's here.
That's it.
We
All
got
right.
things to talk about.
At I_know_that_kid on IG. Find us at KEOTB Boxing on IG. Write us at KOTBboxing@gmail.com. Find us at KOTB Podcast on YouTube. Run those YouTube numbers up. Subscribe to, we need some
Like,
subs.
comment, all
We need
those
some
things.
subs. The kids say subs.
Mm-hmm.
How many subs you got, bruh?
Mm-hmm. At Vinnie_Paz on Twitter, at BoxCutterPazzy on Instagram, jmtstore.com. Knock them out the box tees, music, merch, everything. Go on there for the sneaker drop. Sign up. Sign up for Hidden Temple. Go check jmtstore.com. Everything's over there, guys. Next episode will be us discussing Canelo, Bud Crawford, Naoya Inoue, and B's favorite little hat wearing MJ. And how will Billy Betts wake up on Sunday morning with the Eagles playing?
Well, let's hope he puts the bets in on time.
I didn't win the Powerball this week, guys.
He
If you
didn't win
realize.
the Powerball. He can watch this card on Saturday. It's on Netflix. He doesn't have to pay. There's lots of right. We'll see y'all in
Peace.
a couple days. Peace.
Say goodnight, Billy.
Good night, Billy.